filling up the Evo with some E85. Here's the pit crew and the driver. So last week I went to the track and ripped off my bumper, and today I fixed it a little bit. So I put a few zip ties to hold it, and I also drift stitched it in some spots and bolted it down in some spots, so it should be a little bit better now. At least it shouldn't fall off with any normal driving. And I'm gonna show you guys how to drift today, so stick around for that. We're just gonna drive up the canyon a little bit and then we'll get this video going, but the bumper's looking a lot better. It's okay, it's not perfect, but it's a good start. So as you guys saw by the title of the video, today I'm gonna show you guys how to drift. Just the basics, but it should be enough to get you guys going. If you get these techniques down, you can pretty much go hit a track day and it'll be a good way to start sharpening up your skills. So it's time to head up the canyons. Me and Angel are gonna go drive up. We're gonna go south of the border to Mexico and we're gonna go get this video filmed. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you up there. Alright guys, so I really didn't think I was going to get this video done this soon, but I guess today's the day. I'm going to show you guys the fundamentals of drifting. So we can start by talking about initiations. There's a few types of initiations. These could include foot brake entry, clutch kick entry, e-brake entry, weight transfer entry, but all of them pretty much do the same thing. You upset the weight of the car in a way that it oversteers, then you countersteer. To control your line, you use your throttle and your steering. And in worst case scenario, if you need to correct your line, you pull on the e-brake. Or if you need to slow down your line, you could always give the foot brake a tap. Alright, now that I've gave a little overview, let's get started. I haven't flipped my tires since the last track day, so I'm only going to burn a little bit of rubber so I can make sure that I can get home safely on these. So I'm going to try to be straightforward and concise so you guys get the gist of it without me having to kill a whole set of tires. One thing to note is that the ideal drift setup is a manual transmission car with a working e-brake. I'm driving a 370Z drift car with mostly stock parts, but just the right drift parts to make it swing right. If you're interested in seeing that, you should check it out on my channel. I have a full build breakdown of its current condition. If you guys are in a complete stop and you want to initiate, the best thing to do is just kick the clutch. So I'm going to demonstrate that now. What you would do is put it in first gear or second gear if your car has enough torque. This car has enough torque, but I'm taking a very small line, and the welded diff lets it do it in first, so I'm going to just do it in first. Anyway, you don't need an e-brake to do this. You just kick the clutch and turn it in. After you turn it in and you kick the clutch, you let go of the steering wheel for a second and then you catch it again. That's called counter steering. Once you have it, you modulate your throttle and you modulate your steering so you could hold your line. First, I'm going to demonstrate a donut, and then I'm going to demonstrate a figure eight. Once you get these concepts down and you understand how to initiate, you're going to be able to hit a track day. Alright, let's get started with the donut. So, turn in, clutch in, throttle. Lift the clutch. After you get the donut down, make sure you do it the other side as well. You want to make sure you're comfortable doing donuts, figure eights, drifting, everything to both sides. The Japanese driver, Keiichi Tsuchiya, known as the Drift King, said that whatever side you're least comfortable with, do it twice as often so that you can get comfortable going both ways, because no good driver can only drive in one direction. Alright, let's continue this. So now after we've done a donut, you're going to want to do a figure eight. What you're going to do in a figure eight is the same concept. Initiate whichever way you want, like roll into it, put the clutch in, full throttle, dump the clutch once the RPMs are pretty high. Once you go, you're going to want to modulate your throttle and your steering. Once you take your donut around, you're then going to transition. If you want to transition, what you do is you release the gas, which could make you flick the other way and then just get clutch kick and go right back into it. Or you can pull the e-brake if you want. You could clutch kick it if you want. I like to drift fast, so I'll probably get off of it and then clutch kick into it after. So once again, I'm going to do this in first gear because my 370 has a welded diff and it lets me do it in first gear. Usually a 370 or 350 with the LSD could only do it in second gear, but I have a lot of parts that help me do that. And it's a tight space. If not, I could do it in second, no problem. So let's get the figure eight going. We're going to start it up. Transition. E-brake full. Clutch kick. was doing there is after initiating, I would give it gas and extend my line like a U-turn, and then I'd flick it the other way with the steering, and then I'd get off the gas, give the e-brake a light pull, clutch kick, and then get right back into it the other way and just keep repeating that. If you're comfortable doing a donut and a figure eight, you could pretty much go to the track. The only other thing you'd need to know is initiations. I've already taught you guys how to like clutch kick initiate rolling into it. I've also explained to you guys other methods, and my tires might be done, so let me check them out, and if they have any tread left, I'll show you guys a few different initiations. I really shouldn't be doing this because I don't really have any tread left on my tires, but I really want you guys to have a good lesson video so that you actually understand what you're doing your first time drifting. I hope this video could take someone from a completely new driver to someone that could drift the car after they understand the basics of driving a manual transmission car. Besides rolling into the drift and clutch kicking, I'm going to show you guys a couple more methods of how you could do it. One way that I really like is the power shifting method. So I just dump the clutch out in first, and then clutch kick into second gear, and with that I initiate. That's a power shifting method. So I hope you guys already understand power shifting. Basically it's no lift shift, like keep your foot pinned to the throttle, do your shift fast, clutch only. So I'm gonna do that now to show you guys, then I'm gonna show you a few more initiation methods after that. Here goes the power shifting method. Since I barely have any rubber left, all I'm doing is initiations, and that was the power shifting method. Now I'm going to show you how it would be if it was a full-on e-brake pull drift initiation. So I'm going to just row it first and second. Give this a little double pull because I have inline hydro that requires a little double pull so that it could lock. I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to try to show you how to initiate without using the e-brake at all, because that's the fastest way to initiate. Let's do e-brake pull initiation. So you give it throttle, you put in the clutch, you flick the weight over, you pull the handbrake. After you do all that, you've initiated. After that, you let the car counter steer, so you let go of the wheel for a little, you catch it, and then you could clutch kick back into it to modulate your throttle and your steering, and that should give you pretty good control into the drift. So if you're just learning, practice that. It's a good way to do it. So the main ways that I would suggest that you drift is either rolling into it and clutch kicking, like I showed you in the beginning. The power shifting method's good at times too, the e-brake method. And now I'm going to show you the no e-brake method. Like this is only clutch. So let's roll first, let's go to second. Let's do a clutch kick just like I showed you guys. Clutch kick being you put the clutch in, you full throttle, you dump the clutch. After your initiation, then you just go into the drift like I touched in the beginning. So let's do this. No e-brake initiation. Like I said, I'm only doing initiations because I don't have any tires left, and I don't want to be doing entire drift lines because I still want to flip these tires and use the other side. That just about wraps up the video. I hope you guys learned something. If you guys enjoyed my drifting content, make sure you check out my other videos. Lately my channel has been picking up traction, and I'm very grateful for that. But still, only 4% of the people who view my videos are subscribed. So if you have a moment, please hit that subscribe button. Also, if you have a chance, check out my social media. It's in the description of this video. If you guys want to see car reviews, drifting, DIY tutorials, or other drifting lessons, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss another one of my videos. If you enjoyed this content and want to help me out with my growth, make sure you drop a like and a comment. If you guys have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section, or you could DM me via Instagram. I do appreciate all your support very much, and I'm looking forward to posting another video for you guys very soon. Last thing before you go, make sure to check out my merch. I just dropped the line which will help me fund my drifting, which is very expensive, and I would appreciate if you guys could pick up a shirt. If you're interested in purchasing a shirt, hit me up on Instagram and I could send one out to you. Thanks again for your support. I'll see you next time.